Hi, I'm Dr. Bill Thomas, and you're watching Real Care Now TV. And as regular viewers know, this is brought to you by the Picker Institute, and it's all about person-directed care. And today, we've got one of the leaders in the movement for person-directed care, Heidi Gil. She's with Planetree. And Heidi, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, Bill. It's great to be here, and of course by a Picker-sponsored program, because one of the initiatives that we've been working on at Planetree has been in partnership with Picker, and certainly the Long-Term Care Improvement Guide represents a compendium of practices and systematic approaches to reaching person-centered culture, and certainly involved you, Bill Thomas, a wonderful expert that gave a lot of important thought to this work in terms of, how can we really create a resource that is going to be different than other resources and truly, propel the industry.
So Heidi,
Yes.
let me ask you right here. So give me an example of something that's give me an example of something in the guide that you think is really cool and useful.
Really cool and useful. I think the first thing is that the content was driven by the voices of the residents and staff and family members in our communities. And essentially, we were able to listen to those voices through analyzing focus groups that have been done in long-term care settings that are not only nursing homes, but also assisted living and independent settings. From that information, we also gathered thought leaders and got perspectives of what are the most challenging barriers and facilitators to a moving person-centered culture. And so with that, getting all that input and information, we're able to visit 10 site visits across our nation with organizations using a variety of different approaches to change, different models of change, some using their own approach to change. And the exciting thing is that this guide is driven from their voices, what's working, what's practical, and what's making the biggest difference to residents and staff alike.
Well, let me ask you this. How much does the guide cost?
It is free of charge, thanks to our support from Picker.
Yes, I have to say, an excellent price. Basically, how do you get it and who's it for?
Well, it is for virtually the entire industry, and I always love it when I hear organizations call and say that their residents are reading it, obviously for leaders that are just initiating this change, as well as those that have been working on culture change for some time. So it's for beginners, for advanced, and everyone in between, and ultimately we hope it reaches all the stakeholders in long-term care.
What do you recommend for people as first step for using the guide?
All right, the first step is to actually get on www.residentcenteredcare.org, which is the website where you can find the guide. It's interactive, so you can go to different sections of that guide and decide which part of the guide is of best use to you. But once you get to the guide, you'll see there's a self-assessment tool that will help you see really where your organization should start.
Heidi, thanks for catching us up on Planetree and the guide, and thanks for helping us learn more about what you're doing, and look forward to following your progress.
Great. Absolute pleasure. My best to all.
Okay. Hey, it's Dr. Bill Thomas. This is Real Care Now TV. We love having you. See you next time. Bye-bye.